Eco-friendly living. It's a phrase that sounds inspiring but can be overwhelming. I've always felt guilty for not making sustainable choices. But here's the truth. Finding time to be eco-friendly hasn't been easy. Here's what my typical day looks like. I travel, I go to school, I eat. I travel, I go to school, I eat. Travel, go to school, eat. Travel, school, eat. Sustainable choices? They've barely crossed my mind until now. So for this project, I decided to confront a tough question. How much waste am I really producing? I started by tracking my waste for one day. It seemed simple enough, but it didn't take long to see how quickly things piled up.
Anyways, so I have a plastic bag in my bag. And then for today, I'll put in all my rubbish inside. So I'm just like checking my amount of trash that I use. So right now, I have this too. It's just my breakfast. That's all. Okay, so I drank one more, and this will be adding to my third pile. No, my pile as my third item. I'm gonna go wash it now. That is. Oh, my oatmeal.
We need to collect, or we need to do a for example, it's eco assignment.
Okay. I bought this for my family to eat. It is mango sticky rice, so we're gonna have it, and I'm gonna add this into my trash count.
By the end of the day, I had 1, 2, 3 bags. And think about it, that does not include the other tissues and cotton buds I use during my morning and night care routine. These are all just food waste, all made by me. But here's what I see most of the time. My mini bin at the side of my bed that collects a ton of tissues really quickly. That is what surprises me the most. It isn't just about the big things like packaging or take-up containers. It was the little things I barely noticed, like receipts, candy wrappers, or even plastic film on fruit trays. Those small, everyday items were adding up faster than I could keep track of. To understand my options, I looked up eco-friendly stores where I could refill containers or buy sustainable products. But accessibility quickly became an issue because most of these places were far away and had limited hours. Over here, you see me attempting to head to an eco-friendly store named Scoop. I scouted around this organic-looking store to realize how expensive the items sold are. They were out of my budget. For example, you can see cashew nuts being sold 3 times more expensive than those at the local supermarket. You can also see that tissues are sold more expensive at Scoop. And I need not say more about laundry detergent. And the food options also meant I had to eat clean. To be honest, this was when I really doubted my ability to do this assignment. It felt like the odds were stacked against me. If being eco-friendly was so difficult, how was I supposed to make a real difference? But then it hit me. If everyone thought like me, the problem would only get worse. Here's the reality. The average person produces around 0.74 kilograms of trash each day. Globally, that adds up to over 2 billion tons of waste every year. Did you know? Recycling does not exactly have much of an impact either. Sadly, a shocking 91% of plastic isn't recycled. It ends up polluting the environment or sitting in landfills for centuries. If we all shrug it off, these numbers will only grow. Our waste doesn't just disappear. For every piece of trash we throw away has a long-term impact. For example, plastic breaks down into microplastics, which harm marine life and even enter our food chain. Waste that end up in landfills release methane, a greenhouse gas that contributes to climate change. This isn't just a distant problem, it's happening everywhere and it affects us all. That's why individual actions matter. Small changes multiplied by millions of people can create a significant impact. Realizing this, I decided to focus on what I could do, no matter how small. I started with easy changes. Since I'm addicted to sweet drinks, I started off there. Firstly, I said no to plastic straws. Here's a biodegradable straw I found from this store. Secondly, saying no to plastic cups. This might not seem like a big deal to some people, but for shy old me, it was a major step out of my comfort zone, so I recruited my sister for moral support. With my trusty reusable cup in hand, she helped me muster the courage to ask if we could use this instead of a plastic cup. And you know what? It wasn't nearly as scary as I thought it would be. This small victory was a turning point for me. It reminded me that sometimes the hardest part is just starting. What felt like a huge deal in my mind turned out to be so simple and even rewarding. Not only did we get more drink than usual, but it was also
Nice, eh?
These steps aren't perfect, but it's for sure a start. This project has shown me how much more I can do. I've also discovered where the recycling bin is near my house, and that's me recycling the plastic bottles I've collected the past few days. Eco-friendly living doesn't have to be overwhelming. It's about progress, not perfection. If we all take small steps, we can create a ripple effect, and that is how change begins.